Oh, oh. So the time has come. I was not expecting to walk. Again, I walk into things that I'm not expecting to. I shall tell you all I know about the arduous trial that awaits you. That sword you have reunited with, the Master Sword, it has yet to realize its true splendor. The trial shall test your courage to ensure you are worthy of this splendor. It is called the Trial of the Sword. It will challenge you as you have never been challenged before. All your weapons and armor will be sealed away. You must face your enemies without the tools you've come to rely on. Once you have tempered your soul and proven your wisdom and courage by completing the Trial of the Sword, the Master Sword shall truly be yours. Unless my eyes deceive me, you seem quite willing to take on this trial, a hero through and through. Now, Link, place the Master Sword in its pedestal. I am not doing that yet. I came here for a reason, and I wanted to be standing next to the pedestal for that reason. Anyway, greetings, travelers, and welcome to another episode of Flabbergasted Draco Breach Breath of the Wild. I am going to be introducing it like that quite often, aren't I? Anyway, I wanted to talk to the Morocco-carrying Korok over here that I have forgotten the name to. Hestu, that's what it is. Weapons will cost me 25. Sure, let's increase it. I want to see how much the next expansion will cost. $35, okay. Bow will be 12. And shields will be 10. I don't have it for ya. Wasn't? Let's do that. Let's do that right quick. Because I think... Oh, if I remember correctly. I think Link's house has... storage for weapons? I think that's what Barkman said. Or what was his name? I saw a frog and... Oh, no, crab. So let's go ahead and... get that. Actually, now that I'm here... I have a feeling there's probably a shrine that I haven't gone to. Or two. In this region. And I also have a feeling that there are a ton of Korok seeds yet to find. Let's see. And then... go to Hateno Village where my horse still is. Yeah, I see my, the horse there. Oh, boy. house is over here. I think they also said that they can upgrade my house. I'm going to worry about that later. Because hilariously, there's no door. Oh. I think I got that out of a treasure chest, or it was given to me. Something from Bolson. I don't even have to say it. Oh, blah 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 blah. So tell me, let me take care of furniture. What? Well, okay. Need something from me. Build me something? Sure, gear display. Weapon. Sure. The wooden sword just seems so hilarious that I'm going to leave it there, and I am going to, put Mipha's trident up there as well. Because I think, from what I can tell, treasure chests do not respawn with blood moons, so... Like, this will respawn infinitely. And that just looks cool. So I'm going to do that. That's what I'm going to do. The champion's weapons are going to be put on display. Because I want to. Are there any shrines I haven't done? No, it looks like I've done them all. I do want to do that, don't I? I got distracted from doing that. Should I do that next? May as well. It is an attainable goal. And then I'll start traveling through these areas. So that's my plan. I'm going to save Death Mountain here for a little later. Mainly because I'm not 100% sure what I need to get through there, but I think I have an idea of what is needed. It's intuition versus knowledge. Like, intuition, I have a feeling I know what might be needed. Knowledge, I have no idea. And oh boy, my nose just said you need to sneeze, and I'm trying not to. If it's raining here, I might be in trouble. It's cloudy, but not raining. Okay. Wait, go with stealth, and since it's nighttime, I'm moving faster. Yes, alright. Those wolves did not notice me. Okay. You're a boar. Okay. Well, at the very least, you didn't charge me. Oh, hello. Let's see if I can... Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay, got past that, and that is where the blue flame goes. Okay, so... Okay. Oh, hello. Hey, you, what are you doing here? Oh, okay. Are you the one called Link? Yep. That's too bad. If you were the... What? There would be something important I'll need to tell you. But how can I determine with full certainty whether or not you are the true hero? Yes, how indeed? Yes, if you can show me the wounds your body suffered 100 years ago... Are you serious? Yes, the number of scars on your body, just as I remember. Most seem to have healed, but they do line up with the scars I know that you got during the Great Calamity. People respond to you differently when you're naked. Oh, good. I am lead guardian researcher and director of the Akala Ancient Tech Lab, Dr. Robbie. Okay. In any case, I am really impressed that you made it all the way out to this rather remote location. Did you perchance meet Pura and borrow her power? I've met a child. Pura? A child? What? She really was a kid? Has a kid? Or do you mean that Pura aged backward, and she is now a child? Pura got younger. Are you certain? So she's as crazy as ever. Okie dokie, knowing her, I'm guessing she... Typical. Let's return to the subject at hand. Did you know that Calamity is regaining its power? Yep. I see. Then I don't need to tell you my story, Oh, no. Yes, I see. In that case, the goal of our Sheikah Research Lab is simple, really. We aim to destroy the Calamity that has endured across time, to rid Hyrule of its dark influence, and above all, to rescue Princess Zelda, who is now a prisoner of the Calamity. We have worked ourselves to the bone conducting our research. For a time, I feared I'd pass before we could prevail. However, you, Link, managed to awaken before this old sack of flesh gave out. Thank you for the bad jokes. The time is now. Yes. You, now the time to join forces with us, Sheikah? Yes. We must destroy the Calamity. Let's do it. Yes, that is correct. Oh man, this old man is as entertaining as Pura. You and I are going to join forces to put an end to the Calamity. And on that note, sorry for being the long preamble, but I'd like to provide you with some ancient soldier gear. Did you catch all that? Cherry, the ancient oven created... What? But I fear she's out of sorts at the moment. I'm afraid someone will have to bring the blue flame from the ancient furnace again. Okay. I'm not going to sleep yet. I'm powering through. And check it out. Did she do a Pura pose? How was it? I figured I'd give an impression of Hateno Ancient Tech Lab's director, Pura. She did do a Pura. Maybe it was a bit much for the first time meeting you, though. Not at all. That was kind of funny. Oh, Link, I'm really glad you're such a friendly guy. So, what do you need from me? Who are you? Hey, I'm Jiren. Check it. I'm an amateur scholar of ancient history. To be honest, I'm focusing a lot of my research on shrines. Oh, that reminds me. Link, there's something somewhere you need to go. The left eye of Skull Lake. I know there's a shrine there, but it's a challenge to get to. The left eye of Skull Lake is higher up, the right one is lower down. If you run into Kilton, you're on the wrong eye. Have you got any other questions about Robbie? Robbie is one of the researchers of ancient civilizations. He was studying Guardians at Hyrule Castle 100 years ago. Oh, Robbie, we're a half-century apart age-wise, but we never let that get in the way. He and I are... Well, hello. She likes older men. Yes, indeed. Together we run the Akala Ancient Tech Lab. I've got a son as well. Have you got any other questions? Your son. That's right, I've got one son. His name is Grante. Okay. Have you seen him on your travels? Have I? I don't think so. Really? Well, if you see him, be nice to him, okay? Have you got any other questions? Gotta go. Well, she didn't respond any differently to him being naked. Okay, let's talk to her now. No, she's not going to... Wait, was it under Who Are You? Magical Sheikah nose implant. What? Just one step tells me everything you did yesterday and what you ate for what? Just kidding. What? Judging by your dormant sense of humor, I'm guessing it didn't go as smoothly as. In any case, thanks for the report. I wish. What? It didn't go smoothly. I beat the shrine. Ooh, a diary. Let me start from the beginning. It was 100 years ago. Calamity Ganon had already swallowed Princess Zelda. Dr. Pura and I had already taken Link to the Shrine of Resurrection and left him to recover. Dr. Pura and I departed for Kakariko Village, where we left Lady Impa. All three of us couldn't stay together, of course. We couldn't risk Calamity Ganon getting all of us in one strike. If that happened, there'd be no one left to deliver Princess Zelda's message to Link when he recovered and woke up. We had to ensure at least one of us would be able to talk to him. So Pura and I set out to survive as long as we could. We were lucky. We found large amounts of ancient energy in the Necluda and Akala regions. We could continue our research. Just as we had in Hyrule Castle, we could set ourselves to finding some way to steal Calamity Ganon away. We decided who would go where in the only fair way: rock, paper, scissors. I set out for Akala soon after. So question is, who won? I was all set to go to Akala, but first I decided to go with Dr. Pura to the ancient energy source in Necluda. Actually, that implies I had any choice. Dr. Pura laid on a pretty heavy guilt trip when I suggested her going alone. In a world as dangerous as ours, are you seriously asking me to travel alone? She's so darned pushy. Anyway, Dr. Pura promised Lady Impa that they'd meet again someday. Then she and I set out for Kakariko Village. But not before loading a cart with the guidance stone Dr. Pura had been using in Hyrule Castle. We traveled for some time south of the Pillars of Levia, across Lake Ciela, and through Blatchery Plain? I have no idea if I said that right. Then we came upon Fort Hateno. Link had battled an army of guardians there, and it was where he'd been defeated. Interesting news, and that would explain why Fort Hateno was in the condition that it was, and why Hateno Village was so safe. Anyway, a master swordsman such as Link, who'd impressed King Rome enough to be made Princess Zelda's personal knight, well, even someone like that has their limits. I'm sorry, Link, I spent so much of my life researching the Guardians. Even with my knowledge, I wasn't able to give you the weapons or power you needed to succeed. Those were my thoughts as I looked upon the broken husks of Guardians strewn around Fort Hateno. Lost in my thoughts, I didn't notice that Dr. Pura had slipped away. I knew Hateno Village wasn't much further along the road, and that the Calamity had barely touched that area, so I felt safe letting her continue on her own. We parted ways without even saying goodbye, I suppose. Stirring myself back to action, I set out on my own journey back towards Kakariko Village. With Dr. Pura escorted safely to Hateno Village, it was time for me to head to my new home in Akala. I returned to Kakariko Village to collect the remaining guidance stone. Then I immediately set out for Akala. I made my way through the Lanayru wetlands and headed toward Ternio Trail. I knew that once I crossed the Akala span, I would officially be in Akala. The autumn leaves brought some joy to my spirit as I crossed Shadow Pass, then headed north from Orderrock Quarry. Akala is known for its long stretches of nothing. I had set out hoping that would still be the case. I was attacked by a guardian here and there as I went, but remember, I'd spent my life studying them. Dispatching them individually was no challenge at all. Robbie, you're actually kind of impressing me. In time, I reached the lighthouse in Akala. What a perfect place to keep an eye on the monsters out there. I unloaded my guidance stone and settled into my new home. And so began my life of solitary research. I knew I had to continue to research the ancient soldier gear for Link. He could wake at any time. I quickly settled on a routine. First, I would carry the blue flame from Tumlea Heights. Next, I would melt the ancient materials refine the results, and then shape it into ancient soldier gear. It's difficult to say how much progress I made in my research. The routine demanded so much focus, day after day. But then I had a clever thought. I realized I could automate the entire refinement process. It took some significant work, but I was able to successfully remodel the guidance stone. Thanks to my effort, I can refine any ancient material, insert it into it, and offer something in return. I named the machine Cherry, after the first girl I ever loved. My research didn't end with the creation of Cherry, not at all. I realized that if she was able to refine the ancient materials, there was no reason she couldn't also manufacture ancient soldier gear too. Anyone could make ancient equipment. I also decided that I wanted to be able to give her a voice so she could speak. I was filled with ambition then, but it was no easy task to make my dreams a reality. Automating the manufacturing process was extremely difficult. It took me decades to figure it out. I'll spare you the details of all the things that went wrong, but I will say it was complex enough that I had to put my desires to remodel Cherry on the back burner for a while. Days and months came and went. Before I even realized it, I'd reached the ripe age of 90. I would have been lost in my work even then, but around that time a young woman named Jaren, his current wife, arrived. She'd first trained with Dr. Pura, then Lady Impo had sent her to aid me. She quickly proved herself quite capable. She carried the blue flame from Tumlea Heights and even reworked and improved my designs for Cherry. The very fact that she had trekked all the way from Kakariko Village alone proved she was no ordinary girl. Her intellect, her spirit, in hindsight, is it any surprise that we eventually ended up married? Thanks to Jaren's redesign, Cherry was soon crafting ancient soldier gear perfectly and speaking beautifully. She spoke better than any machine I'd ever heard. It would have been hard to tell she wasn't a native Hylian. If I said good morning, she responded with a sweet, "Good morning, Robbie." And she was helpful. "Cherry, where did I leave my book?" "It's the third book from the right on the second shelf, Robbie." She also knew to ask if she needed something. "Robbie, could you increase the furnace heat a little?" I'd always go personally to fetch more blue flame from Tumlea Heights. I didn't realize our interactions hurt someone. That someone was Jaren. Perhaps it was due to her namesake, but my exchanges with Cherry hurt Jaren. Despite the fact that she knew Cherry was only a machine, she still felt uneasy with my interactions with her. She was in tears when she told me. She knew it made little sense, and yet she couldn't help how she felt. I was devastated. I hadn't even realized the pain I was causing. Although Jaren had designed Cherry, she was now being hurt by her own creation. We had agreed to restore Cherry to her original mechanical way of speaking. I took it upon myself to make the changes. From then on, I was careful not to refer to her as Cherry. Doing so would anger my wife. Instead, I called her Ancient Oven. Sometime later, Jaren gave birth to a baby boy, a beautiful young one who bore all the features of his mother. We decided to name him Grante, and together we passed the time as happy family at Akala Ancient Tech Lab. It was unfortunately only a temporary peace. Princess Zelda did her best to contain Calamity Ganon. Around the time Grante turned 3, a letter from Dr. Pura arrived. It was a shock to receive it. The last time she'd written it was to talk about an assistant from Kakariko Village, whom she felt was useless. She was writing now to let me know she'd completed research on powering up the runes, like stasis. Hearing this reinvigorated my interest in the research in ancient soldier gear. Wow, this is long. Grante grew fast, and it wasn't long before he towered over me. He loved to carry blue flame from Tumlea Heights, calling it a chance to train his body. I could see the curiosity in his eyes, and so I encouraged him to travel the world and see as much as he could. He'd always been independent, but I was still surprised when, the very day I told him to travel, he left. Writing about Grante's training reminds me. A few days before he left, I thought it might be a good idea to have Grante study with Dr. Pura. I wrote to her to ask what she thought of such an idea, and she sent a letter that simply said, "Don't send anyone here." I wonder what happened to make her say such a thing. She turned into a kid. Around that time, Grante turned Oh. What? Is that it? Oh. That is it. And that went a lot longer than I thought it would. So, for the time being, while Link is not looking at somebody, this will be Draco Breach reporting out. God bless and safe travels.